And now we turn to the John Edwards trial, which is still going. Jurors have the holiday weekend off. They'll begin their 7th day of deliberations on Tuesday. Friday afternoon, the judge abruptly cleared the courtroom, consulted with attorneys, and then sent the jury home. Here to sort out what's going on is 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty. She is also an attorney, and she has been following the Edwards case closely. Erin, good morning to you.
Can you imagine what, if it's tough for us, what it must be like for John Edwards and his family?
Yeah.
You know, they have to stick pretty close to the courtroom. And just as day, you know, goes on and his life is on hold and in the balance, it's very tough.
Last week we said there's no way we're going to see Erin this Saturday.
I know. Remember, I said, well, I'll try to come back.
Right.
I might be here next Saturday. No, I don't know. But look, I'm not really surprised it's taking this long. You know, we have talked about this a little bit. Yesterday, what happened was, at least what we think happened, because all we can really tell is from what the judge said in the open courtroom. But she admonished the jurors, and they're only supposed to talk about the case when they're all together. The 12 are together. And apparently they may have been talking in small groups. So that could be just that they made the mistake, or then I got this feeling, is that a sign of an early divide, that maybe a couple of people are saying, what are you going to do when we go back in? We can't tell. We won't be able to tell till next week.
Where are the gray areas in the evidence right now?
Just about the entire case.
Everything?
Yeah, like, can I just show you what, you know, as I've talked about, there were 45 pages of jury instructions. So that's what these jurors have to deal with. And I want to show you really, to me, what one of the more difficult things they had to determine. So part of it says they have to look at any evidence about the intent, motivation, and goals of Ms. Mellon. She was one of the donors.
And not present, however, in the courtroom.
Exactly. And then they also say in this that the government does not have to prove that the sole and only purpose of the money was to influence the election, because people often have different intentions. So here's what the jury has to do. They have to take a look at Rachel Mellon's intent, and they have to determine what the real purpose was for giving money. They have to look at also Fred Barron, his intent. Neither one of them testified. They have to know what John Edwards was thinking. He didn't testify. So then they have to go look at all the evidence. And last week, they asked for exhibit after exhibit, so many exhibits that the judge finally said to them, why don't you just take all the exhibits? But here's the problem with the exhibits. I could even like show you some. All right, so here's one, probably the most damaging for Bunny Mellon. And it's a letter she sent. We call it the haircut letter because she sent it to Andrew Young. Remember when he was criticized for his $400 haircut? So she sends this letter, and she basically says, I'm going to start paying for those things. But here's the line that gets, this is tough. Please send the bills to me. It is a way of helping our friends. And here's the 3 words, without government restrictions. So that looks really damaging. She's avoiding the law, except for her lawyer testified, no, she just liked John Edwards and just really wanted to help him. So every piece of evidence you look at is contradicted either by testimony or other evidence. And that's what this jury is struggling with.
So if we talk about it next week, we'll have something new. Erin Moriarty, thank you so much. We appreciate it.